Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, nice Friday here on the mountain in Costa Rica, and I just got back from doing a little run downtown, just a little something to hold me over until tomorrow when I go to the market. Picked myself up 30 bananas and 4 big mangoes, so that should do the trick. And also I'm always having to buy bananas, so that just means a little bit less that I need to carry tomorrow. Anyhow, just wanted to finish the week off with talking about why are people struggling on this lifestyle. You know, it's every day, whether it's people's YouTube comments on my channel, on other channels mostly, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everybody's struggling. Everybody's looking for the key. Everybody's looking for the secret or the trick. And to be honest, I'd say about probably 70% or higher of the people that are struggling are just not really putting in the effort a lot, because it's all out there. I mean, what more do we really need to be able to succeed, to be able to flourish on this lifestyle? And like I say, as always, I'm not talking about being 100% fully raw, but just even to get to a point of high raw and the rest be very clean. It's not rocket scientist. And until I think that gets established firmly in your head, you just can't succeed with it. Until you realize you got everything you need in your hands. There's not going to be somebody, I feel like sometimes I'm having deja vu and I'm just repeating another video, but you're not going to have somebody that does that epic video or writes that epic article or whatever that's just going to all of a sudden make it, bam, it's going to click for you. You've got to make this lifestyle work for you. Nobody else is going to be able to do that because nobody else can live your life for you. Nobody else knows your exact circumstances. Nobody knows exactly your body, how your body processes things, and nobody knows your psyche. Everybody's different when it comes to that. So let's see what could possibly be missing. Resources. Resources are out there up the yin-yang. I mean, you know, we've got the Dr. Gregors, we have Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, T. Colin Campbell, Dr. McDougall, just so many, Brenda Davis is always mentioned, so many sources of information out there. Okay, is it the food? Oh, you can't find anything exciting to eat. Recipes, there's recipes all over the place. Let me tell you something. And by the way, I don't tout friends for anything unless I like what they do. I've told people that before, and sometimes people get a little offended. I don't recommend a business, a service, anything like that just because somebody's a friend. So let me just say that with a grain of salt. But once again, let me talk about Alyssa's Raw Food Romance, this 30-day meal program. I've been making her meals this week, and they're ridiculously easy. I made pad thai earlier in the week. I made her chili last night. And, you know, I picked this book back up. I had gotten kind of lazy myself and was just eating salads for the longest time. And I picked this book back up, and I started going through it, and I started realizing, like, well, you idiot, these are like, all these recipes are really easy to make. I bought 2 of Chris Kendall's books when I was in the States, recipe books. Haven't done them yet, but I'm about to get motivated and dive into his books because after just taking a glance at them, his recipes are easy to make. So, you know, there's so many recipes out there, okay? So you've got the information, you've got the resources out there. You've got a ton of places where you can go for recipes. Okay, a little bit of support. You know, find yourself, and it doesn't have to be the biggest and the best group on Facebook or wherever, but find yourself a little group or a forum where you feel comfortable, where you have a little bit of support. Surround yourself with some people, even if it's just online, that you resonate with, that, you know, you're kind of there for each other, that you talk to back and forth. I get a lot of value out of that myself, just behind the scenes. I have a few people that I've become friends with, and I get a lot more out of just, you know, talking to them in Messenger and whatever than I do just in the mass group scene. But I do have a couple of groups that I really enjoy and that are easy to interact with. So you've got your support, you've got your recipes, you've got your resources. What else? What else is there really? I mean, do you want somebody to physically, I mean, it's not realistic. Is somebody going to need to come live in your house with you and kind of be the high carb or raw vegan police for you and tell you every single time, you know, okay, you need to eat this, or no, you need to do this? Well, you're an adult, you're grown, you got to figure that stuff out. The one thing that's missing, the big thing that's missing, and why so many people are struggling, is they have no process. They have no plan. They have no idea how they're going to get from point A to point B. They're just sitting there and hoping and wishing. And I'll be crude for a little bit, as Billy Bob Thornton said in Bad Santa, wish in one hand and shit in the other and see what fills up first. Got to be proactive on this lifestyle. So if you've been struggling, and this isn't a video to beat you up or tell people what they've been doing wrong. It's just say, okay, if you've been struggling on this lifestyle, analyze that and ask yourself, do you have a plan? Do you have a process of how you are getting from where you are now to where you want to be? Whether it be fully raw vegan or mostly raw with some cooked, high carb vegan, but a clean lifestyle. Have a plan, have an idea how you're going to get there. That's just like getting in your car, having no idea, you're going somewhere new where you've never been before, and you're just going to get in the car without looking it up now online or using your Google Maps or Waze or whatever. You're just going to be stumbling through the dark, and it's going to probably, maybe it's 30 minutes to get where you need to go, but the way you're going to do it, it could take you 3 days. You could just get, be moving all around. So have a plan, do a proper transition. Stop the ego thing. A lot of people are struggling too. It's an ego thing because they keep resisting the message of transitioning. They keep, no, I can be 100% fully raw, and they keep going too far too soon. So have a process. And I'm just going to kind of leave it at that instead of kind of just keep rambling and belaboring that point. But you've got to have a process, and you have to have a plan of what you're doing. And as I've said probably in 95% of these videos, to back up that plan, right? If you're struggling, you have no right to ask questions, bitch, complain to other people if you're not writing it down. If you're writing it down and then you ask questions, or you say I'm struggling with this or that, then you can go to somebody and then you can just lay it out and they can tell you. They don't have to guess, well, maybe you're eating this or maybe you're doing that. You show that and you're like, okay, this is what I eat. And then somebody can look at that and say, okay, well, this is, maybe you do this, maybe you do that, and you would fix the problem there. But this is a proactive lifestyle. You've got to take control in it and not wait for it to happen to you magically somehow, like one day you're going to wake up with no cravings and everything's just going to fall into place, or like all of a sudden you're going to wake up and maybe if you're living in somewhere where it's harder to do this lifestyle, all of a sudden you're going to wake up one day and it's going to be much easier to do it where you are. You have to figure out that plan that works where you are, how you live, and under your circumstances, and make it work. But if you don't really have a plan and if you don't have a process, chances are 95% you're going to fail. If you're just kind of sort of like, okay, well, I'm going to eat fruits and vegetables, but I don't eat fruits and vegetables. Now, how do I get from a standard American diet to there? Or how do I get from a vegetarian diet to there? You've got to be active and you've got to take control of the process. So anyhow, before I say process about 2,000 times, I think I'm just going to wrap it up there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please come back and watch more. Hit that subscribe button, click on the little bell, and send notifications so you'll stay subscribed. Hope you guys got some fun plans over the weekend. It seems like it's not as cold in a lot of places, I know in the States this year, so if you're in certain places where it's warm for winter, get out and take advantage. Anyhow, love you guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.